Canada is back, Trudeau declared at the United Nations Paris Summit on climate change. So, Canada's Obama told the world leaders in Paris that Canada will take a leadership role, from cap and trade to a ban on coal-fired electricity generation, from world-leading innovation on carbon capture and storage to a revenue-neutral carbon tax. We can learn and build on these models. So, in other words, the state is going to increase its power and its power hold over the economy to the point that, to quote Trudeau here, 86% of the Canadian economy is now covered, or soon to be covered, by a price on carbon. And considering that everyone exhales carbon, and that carbon is an element on the periodic table of elements, the idea that it's a toxin that needs to be taxed is a very dangerous precedent. And even if carbon was this dangerous, toxic gas that was destroying the planet, how exactly is allowing the government to tax it supposed to fix anything? How is giving the state the power to control industry and restrict consumer choices going to bring about a post-industrial green utopia, where we all have this higher standard of living based off of energy that's derived from solar panels and wind turbines? Guys, there's a reason why markets have always used oil instead of wind or solar. It's cheaper and it's more profitable. The only people who are benefiting from wind and solar are the crony multinational capitalists that work out exclusive contracts with governments. Maybe if the power elite hadn't destroyed or confiscated all of Tesla's work, we could be harnessing the power sources that he discovered. Or if the power elite didn't outlaw cannabis and heavily regulate hemp, we would never have gone down this oil path. Hemp is the most versatile plant on Earth. It can be used for fiber and oil, refined into foods and wax and rope and cloth, paper, pulp, plastic, all kinds of things, even fuel. And not to mention, virtually anyone can grow it, pretty much anywhere, very easily. But this isn't the plan for the New World Order. If you want to know what Justin Trudeau has in store for Canada, just look at what the NDP is doing right now in Alberta. With oil prices collapsing and people losing their jobs, the Socialist Premier, Rachel Notley, is shutting down coal plants and putting more people out of work while protecting state-employed workers because, well, you know, there's an election to worry about in a few years. And is any of this justified? Never mind that this IPSOS poll found climate change to be the least of Canadian worries. And never mind that the Earth hasn't been warming since 1997. That Antarctica is actually growing, and even NASA has admitted this. That ocean acidification is a myth. And never mind that climate scientists who are not dependent on funds from Western governments and bankers with an agenda are predicting a new ice age due to diminishing solar activity. And not to mention that even if the planet was warming, which it will do, that's actually a good thing, because it means longer growing seasons, meaning a greener and more fertile planet. The bottom line here, guys, is that there is absolutely no justification for carbon taxes or cap and trade or any of this nonsense. Is pollution a problem? Sure, yes, of course it is. Clean air is something that's generally desired by everyone. But before the state started intervening into free markets, the issue of pollution was a property issue. If a corporation was polluting your land, you could take them to court and slap them with an injunction. But the state put an end to that in order to serve their banking and their industrial interests. So this is a state problem, and looking to them for the solution is just downright crazy. This idea of man-made climate change is about one thing and one thing only: global government. Elite classes throughout history have always wanted world empire, and the power elites of today know that they can't just bomb their way to global government. They have to, in fact, fool the masses. And they've successfully taken over the schools and corrupted education and science and corrupted the money as well. And now they've invented this bogus problem where the only solution is one that involves giving up all of your rights to a global bureaucracy in the name of saving the environment. And if you're opposed to this, well, you're called a denier because the science is settled, don't you know? The biggest issue facing Canada and the West right now isn't man-made climate change, but it's how governments are going to act to combat this non-issue. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're a new viewer. Check the description for all the sources to this video, and also to find out how you can become a PFT patron in order to support the work that we're doing here at Press for Truth. So click the like button, share the video, and stay tuned, guys. We're going to have more video reports coming soon to pressfortruth.ca.